Hello coders, good afternoon, good evening in fact. Good evening. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope the stream works this time round, because last time it's been a bit flaky. So today we're going to be giving away the AWS S3 command line course that I've got on Udemy for free. All you need to do is follow and send me a whisper, and there is 10 available. So if it's first come first serve essentially, and I can give you the link. So follow on Twitch and then send me a whisper, and we'll sort that out. Okay, so we're going to work on the AWS... no, we're not. We're going to work on the course enrollment section for today. And this is the Symfony and the Gatsby side of things. So if I go over to... which is the button? There we go. This button here. I will have a look at Jira. So we've only got 1 day remaining on this, or I have, I should say. However, I've done rather a lot of stuff already, so we're going to basically work through this. Hey, Tyrannid, thank you for joining. I did have some rest. It was some, I that night was just ridiculous. It was a ridiculous night of just no sleeping, and Murphy was just being a puppy. I hope you're well. We're doing a Udemy course giveaway today. The requirement is to follow on Twitch, send me a whisper, and then it's first come first serve. There's 10 available, and I'm more than happy to dish them out. Send me a whisper on Twitch, and I'll work that through. Okay, so I suppose I've really only just turned this machine on, so I guess I need to spin up the box, spin up the Docker machine. And we're going to need to do this in, well, there's going to be the back end and the front end, so we're going to need 2 of these. We're probably also going to need the logs, so I'll put that in as well. This one is going to go into the portal. That's well, no, I'll do that down here. That's probably wise. There we go. This will be the logs, so we'll do an eval here. We'll do an eval on there, and we'll do an eval on here. So they're all now connected to that Docker machine. And what I would like to do down here is run the Gatsby stuff, and then up here I want to deal with the logs. So let's do a log critical. Nope. Oh, I'm in the wrong directory, aren't I? Make log critical. There we go. Okay, and then down here, what I'm going to do is npm run dev. Oh no, I'll need to do an mvm use stable. There we go. I just want to also make sure that I've got all the code. That's probably a good start. I was playing around with reCAPTCHA earlier, and it's just a pain to do. I haven't got it working, hence the removal of all that stuff. I might as well put it back in again, I suppose. I mean, meh. It doesn't work. I even tried to load it through a base HTML thing here, but yeah, that didn't work. I'll go over to the API code now and make sure that that is up to date as well. I think it should be. Yeah. I think it's because I'm trying to do it in a static site, which means that the JavaScript needs to be compiled, but then it needs to be the component needs to be aware that the JavaScript is waiting for uncompiled JavaScript, if that makes sense. And then of course you've got the back end side of it. I literally gave myself an hour to play with it, to be honest. And it was like the first try didn't work. npm run dev. But what I did do is I did change some of the layouts and some of the templates to make it a little bit more uniform. I realized that I had a major flaw in my Tailwind setup, so it wasn't actually reading the config. And there was some CSS that was overriding, which I wasn't aware of. I put some CSS in and it screwed up. So I've now, I'll show you what I've done on the CSS side. Is I've not in here, in the portal. Whilst we wait for all those to spin up, in styles, I've now moved the whole themes directory in here, rather than being pulled from external sources. And what I did on base is I actually started applying base things to H1s and H2s, LIs, Ps, As, that kind of thing. So I'm configuring my own sort of base set of stuff. And this was being done, but it was being done in because we were running the npm how to code well theme which is used in other places, like the code of conduct and coding challenges stuff, but those things were screwing up with these styles, so I stripped them out. Yeah, that's what I was finding. It was like I was the build was just stopping at it was just refusing to go in. So let's move on that one. All right, so let's load this up. So there we go. So we now have got it. It looks a little bit more like the font sizes are slightly different. There is obviously alignment issues. I think this is to do with the fact that of the width on the stream. So I'll just put it to there, shall we say. Okay, and I changed the actual font family as well to make it a little bit more crisp, I feel. Anyway, so the enrollment stuff. I guess what I need to do is run through it and see if any of these tasks can be closed off. So I'm gonna just first of all I'll click on one of these. So let's do Docker for Beginners. So this is the enrollment page. So obviously there needs to be more copy available, like, you know, that's what the content management system's for, but there'll be some more copy down here, and then you've got the start learning button there, and then you've got the list of the things that you'll learn, and I'll put something in here, I'm sure. But the idea on this enrollment is to have a page in between the actual registration, so I'm aware of what someone has enrolled into. And also for the ability when you log in, say, when you log in, there needs to be more margin there as well. There's a lot of little things I need to do in terms of like look and feel. Yeah, so here we've got a list of the courses that you've already enrolled into on login. I need to sort out that color as well. It's because I changed the A tag. So if I was to click on here, I should technically be already enrolled in this course, and therefore I can access it, which I can do. So if I was to log out and then go to the courses and then click on this one, yes, it's now taking me to the enrollment page. That's the idea. This is kind of like your brand, the marketing page, I guess, for the particular course. And obviously we'll change the graphic, because this graphic is the graphic that's used on YouTube, and I want to have a different graphic for each one. This is quite wordy, of course. We've talked about this before. I'm sure of it. There's a lot of alignment issues I'm seeing all over the place. So if I clicked on here, that's that. Okay, so how about actually enrolling in a course? Again, I'm going to log in. What courses have I enrolled in and what courses haven't I enrolled in? So this will refresh. And this should, once it's done, it should go into local storage, which means that if I was to refresh the page again, it will fetch it from local storage and not have to pull it back, which that is the case. So it's sort of cached locally. Well, I'm going to, first up, I need to fix that color because it's horrible. Like, what's going on with that? So I'm going to put in a little task as I go, much like how we've done before with the other sprints. So we'll do create. I'll set this as bug. So my courses page, my courses list is in the wrong color, and I'll fix that tonight. I will put it into MVP pot, UI pot, front end pot, and we will put it in this sprint, which is, can I see the sprints, please? Why can't I just get the phase 1 stripe? No, that's phase 2. Phase 1. There we go. Phase 1 stripe. No, it's not stripe, is it? It's sorry, beg your pardon. It's course enrollment. There we go. Active sprint. Yes, and we'll raise that to create another one. So I guess what I need to do now is log out. Well, actually, there's two things I need to do. I need to enroll in a new course and make sure that that is wired up, and also then register as a new user, log in as that new user, fresh account. This should be empty. And then enroll in a course. So I guess that's my end-to-end. So we've logged in as a free user. Let's go to courses. All courses at the moment are free. I haven't dealt with premium ones yet. Let's click on this one. This should take me to here, and then let's hit Start Learning. That should do an AJAX request up to the Symfony stuff, and it should come back and register and enroll. And here you go. I'm probably gonna, well, I'm gonna need some sort of messaging up here. It is in another task to do some sort of welcome messaging. Okay, so that's enrolled. So now if I go to here, we should see that refreshes and gets the new stuff, and we can see that we have got that one there. There's an issue here though. The order is wrong. That should be the latest enrollment first rather than this. This is in the middle. So I'll put in another task for that. So enrollment order is incorrect in my courses. So I'll put in a note here. So already enrolled in 2 courses, enrolled in Linux. No, it wasn't. It was PHP CLI. Went to my accounts and the order and the in PHP CLI course is in the middle of the list. It full stop. It should be at the top. Order enrollments by date enrolled. Okay, so that's probably going to be, thinking about this is probably going to be database. So DB, it's probably going to be database, and it's probably going to be API. It's not going to be MVP. Oh, it is MVP, sorry. It's not going to be UI. That should do. All right. Okay, so that was good. So that works. Let's now, I guess what we need to do is log out. Let's register. So let's go to click on a course. Now, this is slightly different because I'm totally logged out now, which means that first of all, I need to choose the course that I want to join. So this one, for instance, when I start learning, it should be aware that I'm not actually logged in. And so it should take me to the pricing page to offer me the price that I want to select. So let's hit start learning. Yes, so it knows that I'm not logged in. It takes me to this page. It should still be aware of the course that I've chosen. Hey, Mr. DB, hope you're well. So let's do a free account again. So let's hit that. Excellent. So let's log in, or let's create an account, I should say. So let's do free user 2 at howtocodewell.net. Just a dummy account. Same as the email there, and the password we'll just put in test1234 and hit register. That should now register me, and it should also know that I'm a free account, therefore it doesn't need to deal with the Stripe stuff, and it should also automatically enroll me in the course that I was in. Does that happen? So there's a lot going on here. So no, it doesn't. You see, it doesn't. Okay, so there's a bug there. So let's put in that bug. So course. So courses are not registered against new users, right? So courses are not registered against new users. So let's explain that a little bit. So the first thing is that so we create a new new account. So right, so we don't have an account. We click on course. Let's do logged out. Click on course. Then click on course, redirect to pricing, and then once we've redirected to pricing, we need to click on free tier. I don't think it matters, but whatever. Click on free tier, then that redirects to register. Then fill out form. That redirects to my account, and then notice no courses enrolled. Yeah, so that's a bug. That's a bug. Okay, so if I was to now come out of this, let's go to the courses again and click on the course that we wanted to enroll in the first place, and now hit start. What happens here? Okay, so now we're enrolled, and then if I go over to there and then wait for that to load, so I think what's happening is it's just missing, it's just not holding the course that I'm enrolled into. Okay, so so that's cool. The next thing, so that was we've done a free, you know, up to a registered user, and we've done I guess the Stripe stuff is going to be the same, right? So if I logged out of this, and then if we went to courses, and then let's try this one now, start learning. Let's do it on a monthly basis. Let's go to monthly 2 at howtocodewell.net. Oops. And log in. So we're now on a monthly package. We have selected the. Really, what I should do is have just have a thing here which says what course that you've selected. Okay, let's put in the payment details, because now this is redirected to the checkout because it knows that I'm on a monthly plan. Okay, cool. Let's submit that. I know that needs to be fixed. Okay, so that takes you to the thank you. If I click onto here, do I have anything enrolled? No. Okay, so that's the same issue that we had before. Okay, all right. I guess what I should do now is go through the issues and see if there's anything that we can knock off from here. Because a lot has been done, and then we'll work through the bugs. Cool. So for anyone watching and is interested, I'm doing a AWS S3. I'll show you actually an AWS S3 course giveaway. Let's bring this up. Bear with me a second. AWS S3 command line. How to code well. There we go. Groovy. Not that one. Let me find my own course. AWS S3 command line course. Command line. There we go. Awesome, it was the first one up. So it's this one. So they've got it at the moment at $39.99. I have absolutely no control over their pricing. So I'm going to give this away for free today. To 10 users, and all you need to do is just let me know. Just if you don't follow me already, please do, and then send me they call it a whisper, a Twitch whisper. Send me a Twitch whisper, and I'll send you the link to get this for free with the free discount code, and we can do that on stream, no problemo. But unfortunately, I only have 10 because they only give you 10 of these things to give away. So yeah, this is why I want to move away from Udemy. Yeah, so if you're interested in this, send me a Twitch whisper, and I'll send you back the link to get it for free. Okie dokie. So let's move over to to here and let's start moving things. Okay, so change course link to go to enrollment page. What on earth was that all about? Typically I didn't put any description in there. Change course link to go to enrollment page. I think this is this thing, isn't it? So if we go over to here and go to logout and then go to courses and then click on there, it goes to the enrollment page. And I've also, let's just doubly sure that if I log in, doubly sure, go to courses and then click on this, it should take me to the enrollment page. That's what that was for. Wrong tab, there we go, boom, done. Ah, sweet, Segfault is a certified AWS dev. Sweet. Certifications in the house. Oh, well. XB T, is that T3? I can't really see. It's the contrast of this. Yeah, Xbyte. Xbyte. Have you ever considered making a course guide for intermediate to advanced developers? Basically, everything you I can't read. Basically, everything you use in your workflow, just an overview and link to resources to learn more. And then I've got that annoying chat is paused due to scroll at the bottom. Everything from frameworks, tools, to Docker, workflow, testing, framework, and all of that. That is really interesting. Can I grab that a minute and copy your whole chat message? Right, I'm going to copy that. And I have a notes app behind here, and what I'm going to do in the notes app is I'm just going to paste down your whole message, and I haven't done that, but I will. Thank you, that is some really great feedback and suggestion. Have you ever considered making a course guide for intermediate to advanced? I've done a lot of stuff from like beginner to intermediate, but I haven't done anything from intermediate to advanced. That is a really good suggestion. Basically, everything you use in your workflow, just an overview and links to resources to learn more. Yeah, I mean that itself is a very good piece of exercise to do. Because I don't know what's in my workflow. I mean, I do. If I was to sit down and list it out, I would know. But I couldn't tell you. I'd probably forget if I was to come out with everything. So yeah, I think I'll spend a good bit of time to go through that and do a video on that. That's excellent. Everything from frameworks to tools used to Docker workflow. Yeah, because then I could do something that is like my recommendation of before you do this, do that, that kind of thing, but without being so sort of like overpowering about it. This is just the way I've done it, and perhaps even put in some sort of use cases and experiences. Oh, that's really good. Thank you for that. Thank you for that suggestion. I love it. Love it. Segfault saying associative dev wasn't too difficult. A lot of it was memorization. So, okay, gotcha. Well, congratulations on getting that certification. Okay, so send API request to enroll. Send API request to enroll user to course. Well, yeah, that's obviously done. Create enrollment page, that's done. Show disabled enrollment button if the user has already enrolled. Well, that doesn't need to happen anymore, because if the user has already enrolled, so let's say for example they've enrolled in this one, right? And I go to courses and I click this, it should know that I'm already enrolled. Which it does, because it's in local storage. But if it knows that I'm not enrolled and say, oh, no, hang on, in this one. Yeah, so basically that task doesn't make any sense. So we'll delete that. Okay, next one. List the enrolled courses in my courses page. Right, so this is a bit interesting because we have the list here, but we don't have the list there. So I can't say that that is done. Essentially, it's going to be the same list, to be honest. Really. But I can't say that that's done. List the enrolled courses in the user's dashboard. It is done. However, there is that bug that we've got to deal with. Course page should check if the user has already enrolled. If not, then the user is redirected to the enrollment page. That's done. We've seen that. Create API endpoint to enroll user into a course. That's also done. Create API endpoint to get all enrolled courses of a user. That's done because we're getting that back. Add enrolled courses to the user API endpoint. So I think I'm going to delete this one. Yeah, I'm going to delete that. Okay, update local storage to hold enrolled courses. Done. Okay, so my course list is the wrong color. Enrollment order is incorrect in my courses. That should be in the dashboard, really, shouldn't it? In my in dashboard. Really? To be honest. Then courses are not registered against new users. So that's a big issue. Okay. Okay, so we got what? 3 bugs and 1 task. Just reading through the comments. Sorry, I was had my eye on the Jira. The infamous Parker 007. Exabyte. To be honest, I use the information less than I thought I would, but it would be cool to get the cert. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Really agree with that point about getting the certification. In the dark arts of sysadminry. Yeah, I think if I wasn't doing how to code well and I had time, then I would probably chase certifications, I think. Yeah. Definitely. Okay, right, so what shall we work on first? Shall we go into this nice and light and deal with that colour? This one. And then I suppose after that one we'll tackle the order, and then we'll tackle the registered jobby, and then we'll finish off with this one. So I tell you what, let's just work on one at a time, but that's the order in which I want to do this, so I'll bring that down here. I think that makes sense. Because once these 2 are done, it's just a case of hopefully copying over the code to the enrollment course page. I wish I could make this chat box bigger. It's that'll do it. That'll do it. That'll do it. However, now I can't see any of the chat, so that's brilliant. I might have to close that. No, I can't. Oh, that's annoying. Whenever you put the chat in a pop-out mode on the Twitch dashboard, it deletes the previous messages. And then when you close the pop-out and it goes back into the small screen, you still don't have the messages. So here I am working with local storage, and yet Twitch can't deal with that. What? Alright, anyway, moving on. Okay, my courses list is in the wrong color. Before I do this, I'm going to just reiterate again, we've got this giveaway today. If you're interested in AWS S3 command line, this is a course that I've created. It has... can I see... Come on, Udemy. Can I see the actual... There we go. There we go. So there's 4 of these tutorials on YouTube already. And I will not be putting these onto YouTube at all. So if you want to get the full course, then do let me know, because I'm giving it away for free today. There is 10 codes that I can give out for 10 copies. Trying to find my words. Yes, so I have 10 copies available that I can give out. So do let me know. The rules are that all you need to do is follow me on Twitch and then send me a whisper, which is like a private message on Twitch, and then I will be able to send you the link to get that for free. Thank you for that. I really appreciate that. There is my last message. I didn't see that. Thank you very much, Exabyte. I appreciate that. Okay, so this thing here, my course list is in the wrong color. So if we go over to there, it's black. And it's just, I think that's black. It's dark. Whatever it is, the contrast is wrong. And this is because I was fiddling about the other evening with the base styles, and so I think what I've done is I've removed the style from here. So if I was to go to Developer, DevTools, and take a little look, span. I'll tell you what. If you don't want to send me a whisper, send me a direct message on Twitter at howtocodewell. If you don't want to do that, that's perfectly fine. All right, so there's inline block and then P6. That's the span. Okay. Hang on a minute. Are these supposed to be links? Yeah, they are. Hover text white. So hover text white, but there's no active class. No, it's not active class. Sorry, that's not. There's no base class on here. Maybe what I should do is have apply. And then it was text. Is it text? It was text pink, and it was 400. All right, let's see if that's rebuilt the. It says it's in progress. It's succeeded. There we go. That's better. That's better. The alignment's well off. I mean, this one here is not right. You can see it's being pushed down here. What's that about? Let's see if I can sort that out. So border bottom, hover P4, and there's another P4. What's going on there? That's not right. This is in the... Where would that be? That would be in SRC. It's a component. It is... course register button. No, it's not. It would... Well, it's in pages. Let's go through the pages. Courses. Index. Here we go. So it's not a component. It's just a link, isn't it? Go to security. Go to profile. Start course. Course list. Oh, it was a component. Yes, of course it's a component because it's got the loading thing. There we go. Font awesome, yada yada yada. That doesn't make any sense. That can go. Alright, border gray. And then border bottom block. Okay. And then we've got a flex thing going on here for the title. And then we've got the image in there. Night Tyranid, thank you very much for joining. Take care, buddy. Okay, so the thing is, it's actually the padding on the top, isn't it? It's this thing. Where is that coming from? Inline block. Let's get rid of that. Padding top 6. Aha. So it's this thing. Let's get rid of that. That's better. Makes it a bit tighter, doesn't it? That's looking miles better. It's still a little bit top heavy, but it's better than it was. I think. Let's div flex. Yeah, it's this thing here. I need to put this. I need to align this in the center. Let's have a quick gander on Tailwind documentation. I can never... Centering things vertically is like the biggest pain in the bum with CSS. Tailwind. So it is center. Right, text alignment. Text center. That's just going to put that in the middle, but we want like a vertical align. Vertical alignment. Okay, so align baseline, align top, align middle. Let's see if there's any examples here. So align top, align middle. I think that's what we want to do, right? Let's give that a go. And I think I need to apply it to the parent, which is the A tag. So we'll put it at the end here. Let's just see. It's going to be trial and error. Has that been rebuilt? Success. No. No, that didn't do it. All right, let's put this on this one. That's looking a little bit better. It's still not in the middle though. In fact, I don't think that actually did anything, to be honest. So the A tag is being pushed down because of the height of the image, right? Okay. So, are we able to tackle... Are we able to do that? Does that work? This is one of those fiddly things that'll take hours and hours and hours of just playing with it and then coming up with some sort of nonsensical solution. I guess what I could do, just as a little hack, is I could do padding top 2, all right? So yeah, that has brought it down a wee bit. That looks all right. Miles better than it was. All right. Exabyte saying space between my courses and profile security thing is less compared to the sides. How do you mean? These things? That needs to be adjusted. I'm going to fall into the rabbit hole of just making little small tweaks to get things. I'm more concerned at this stage for making the cards. Yeah, I see what you mean. I'm more concerned at the moment about the functionality rather than the way it kind of looks. I'll do a sweep of UI stuff, but if there's something completely wrong, like the color's not correct, then I'll work through that. So I think what I'm going to do at this stage is bring that into there and say that that's done. Now we've got the incorrect order. Just bear with me a couple of minutes. I just need to pop to the loo. Okie dokie. Exabyte is asking a question. How long have you been programming and what got you into it? I suppose that's 2 questions. All right. Question 1. How long have I been programming for? Over 2 decades. Yeah. can't quite put a time on when I started. I built the before Facebook was a thing. I when I was at secondary school, I built a website for just for fun, and I was very interested in. My dad created a website for his business, and I was very interested in that. That kind of got me intrigued. And when I was in college, I then started working on sort of side projects whilst I was learning programming in college and other tech stuff. And I got my first freelance gig when I was at college. I did 2 college courses in IT. I did one in information communication technology. It was very broad, very, very broad. And then I did, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to do something in computing, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. So we did everything from like accounting to building a computer to, let's go into this mode, to spreadsheets, to VB6 programming, and access databases and all that stuff. And then I went to business information technology, which was looking at how to make a business using IT. That had things like systems analysis in, so where you were actually breaking down a system to analyze a system. It had things like UML, Unified Modeling Language, to design a system. It had things like more advanced coding languages. And then after that, I did a degree. So I did like a top-up degree to get to a Bachelor of Arts degree in web development. It was multimedia and web development. And it was multimedia and e-commerce. And I did that at the University of Gloucestershire here in the UK. All through those periods, I was a freelancer, doing freelancy stuff, plus also working working part-time in places like, student stuff. So, working as a factory worker. I was I was rolling donuts in sugar. I can always remember that job. That was fun. No, it wasn't. It was horrible. And I've worked as a waiter. I've worked in hotels. I've done all sorts of things. But there's always been this underlying current of writing code for people and getting paid for it. And then after that, so I left school in 2000. And then so after that, I then jumped on to being a web developer, and I joined an agency. I was there for 4 years. That 4.5 years. That was really fun. And then I worked for a hosting provider for 2.5 years as a PHP developer. That was super fun, super talented people there. And then after that, I was a remote developer working in the agricultural sector for, I think that was 4 and a bit years. Again, I'll have to go through my CV. And then after that, what did I do after that? Oh yeah, after that I then decided to do more freelance. So at this time freelance was really picking up, and I was really getting quite burnt out because I was kind of juggling 2 things whilst doing How to Code Well, of course. So yeah, in a nutshell. And that was ages ago. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, tell you, there's programmers out there that colleagues of mine and people I've worked with before, and they will, you come out of conversations either feeling like you've just earned a superpower, or that you've got lots of imposter syndrome. Oh dear. Yeah, when we were working in the hosting company I was working at, they had whiteboards as wallpaper. So from head to toe on their walls you could draw, and so we had like diagrams, class diagrams, all sorts of diagrams, flow charts, everything on walls. It was like a proper geek out place. It was brilliant. So true, Segfault, so true. If you catch yourself being the smartest guy in the room, you need to reevaluate whether you're in the right room. Definitely. Yeah. And I really, and it's been the last sort of 4 years, I guess, that I've really been a full-time freelancer. Really. Because I've always done that with full-time work, but it got to a point obviously where I couldn't support the clients and the full-time stuff. You know, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't spin those plates. There was no weekends. There was no evenings. It was just, you know, get home from work, do some work. so and that became just a nightmare. So I took the plunge, and I've worked on some really interesting systems with really interesting teams, and it opened my eyes up when I went freelance to the possibilities. You know, I was so narrow into my, you know, little world being full time that there's just, you know, some clients like Vue, some clients like React, you know. Some clients like Symfony, some clients like Laravel. It's just brilliant. I remember there was like a 1 week where I would do Magento, Laravel, and Symfony. Just, yeah. Anywho, let's crack on. Enrolment. Order is incorrect in the dashboard. So this is a back-end thing, I believe. I reckon it's a database jobby. So let's go over to the back-end, which is in Symfony. And the API call that we're getting is controllers, and it's course enrollment, I think, and it's mine. So it's getting all my courses. Find enrollment by user is the one that we're calling. Let's jump onto that bandwagon, and here we go. So it is doing let's get rid of that from Lens. Can we see all this stuff, please? So it's doing a left join. So here we're creating the query builder. So this entity create query builder. It's doing a select on CR. So CR is the course registration class. It's doing a join. Is it a left join? I think it's a left join. It's either. Yeah, it's a left join. User class as you, and we're joining with CR, which is course registration dot user is equal to UI u.id. So all the users of that registration, and where CR is equal to the user that we've supplied. So user, and then that is the parameters. The problem here is that we're not ordering by anything. That's the problem. So because I'm using UUIDs for my IDs, it's just going to randomly order, which is the problem. So I need to do order by, and then here, if I can remember right, do I pass in an array? No, I don't. So we pass in the field of sort. Let's have a look at that. So is it this field, the ordering expression, and then the order direction. So the direction is up and down, as in ascending and descending, and then the expression is I guess that's the field in which I want to order by, right? And then we add that to the query builder. So 2 parameters. I think the default is ascending. Does it have a default on order? It must do. Anyway, we'll find that out. So we're going to sort on course registration, and I think we need to sort on the dates, don't we? So we need to have a look at where they're set. What's the timestampable traits like? Updated date, creation date. We should be sorting by creation date, really. So let's copy that. Get rid of those. There we go. Order by creation date. And we'll leave that. I just want to see what the default one is. I guess what I should do really is I should find the issue. So it was enrolled with PHP CLI, enrolled in 2 courses. Is this it is this one, isn't it? It is this one. So what we need to do is put that in, log out, log back in, and then if the PHP one is at the top, then that's good. That's not good. Why did that happen? That's probably a issue with... Oh, wait. Oh, come on, Pete, come on, you know better than that. You need to do it on the CR dot... Oh, look at that. That's sweet. My IDE knows what the entities that I'm dealing with. I didn't realize it did that. That's really clever. Yeah, creation date. See, I didn't need to find all that out. I could have just used the IDE. I need to learn to be more lazy. All right, let's save that. Right, so it was failing. It threw an error here. Failed to get the stuff internal server error. That's hopefully put that in the logs. Has it put it in? Yes, it has put it in the logs. Good. Creation date is not defined because I didn't define it by the alias that I was aliasing the entities by CR. So CR.creation date there. So let's refresh the page again, and hopefully this will pass through. And right, so it's put it at the bottom. So my guess is that this, whatever the default is, needs to change. Let's do ACE. Oh, look at that. PHP Storm is on fire tonight. All right, I'm gonna have to unfortunately, I'm gonna have to log out and then log in again. And I have to do that because I need to clear the local storage, and there isn't a refresh button here. Maybe I should do that. Put a refresh button in. Okay, so that is not right still. So let's change it to descending. So let's again log out, log back in. And wait for that to load. There we go. We've got PHP command line up here. Woohoo! Just to verify this, let's go over to courses, and let's click on Docker machine and then start learning on that. Okay. So I haven't put any tutorials in this one yet. This is why it doesn't look like that. But if we go over to here, do we have Docker machine at the top? Yes, we do. So yeah, there we go. Done. NeoVim. That sounds a bit hardcore. Nice. VS Code in Vim mode. With his... Nice. Cool. Okay, so that's done. I'm super happy with that. Let's knock this back. So this is done. Off you go. Woohoo! Okay, so the next challenge here. Courses are not registered against new users. So this is a little bit more detailed, I think. This is a little bit more of a challenge than just changing the order, because this is about the local storage not being ported through, and it's going to take a little bit of time to work out. I think I'm trying to work it out now. in fact. Before I do, let me just remind everybody about the giveaway today. So this is my AWS S3 command line course. It's a $39.99. I have no control over this pricing. It's not what I would put it at. It's a Udemy pricing, but I'm giving it away for free. The first 4 tutorials are available on YouTube, but the rest of them you can only get through this course, and I'm giving it away for free today. So do let me know if you want it. If you do, then follow me on Twitch. Send me a message either through the Twitch whispering system, or send me a direct message on Twitter at howtocodewell. My DMs are open, and I will send you the link with the discount code to get this for free. Right, so course users are not registered against new users. Yeah, I have used Vim before. Yeah, I've definitely used Vim before. Yeah, it's not my cup of tea, I must say. I know people who swear by it. I did 1 year. I did try like a whole week of just going into Vim and not using Nano or anything like that. But yeah, it ended up winding me up. You sent me a message on the tweets. Sweet. Let me have a look. Yeah, I see it. Okay, bear with me just 2 seconds. Let me sort that out. Gotcha. I got your message. Nice. Okay, let me grab the link for you. Close that down. Yeah, I'll accept that. There you go. If you use that link, oh dear, I've just seen my notifications. We'll get to that. Not the direct messages. Okay. Makes my blood pressure rise. Let's move up to let's take a look at the this stuff. Courses are not registered against new users. Let's get back to my happy place, which is the code. So I did some description here. So logged out, click on the course, redirect to pricing, click on the free tier, redirect to register, fill out the form, redirect to my account, and notice no courses are enrolled. So let's just run that through again. So I'm going to log out. So at log out, what do I do? Go on to courses, click on a course, attempt to enroll, click on free, register with a new user. So let's do, what's the date today? The date is June, June the 4th. So let's do June 0401. And then let's create that as the email address. Just so I've got some test accounts. How to codewell.net. Obviously none of these actually exist. Test. I'll register. Nope. Okay, so that is going to come with no courses. Yeah. which is annoying. So this is an issue, I think, with local storage. If we go to developer DevTools, we'll see that local storage is completely empty in terms of the enrollments, which it is. Yeah. No worries, dude. Enjoy. Exabyte got the free code for the AWS course. I'm glad it worked. Rylex is saying, can we have a code challenge make multiplayer game? Whoa, wow! Using PHP TCP sockets and a JS client. Really? I tell you what. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to copy that comment and I'm going to paste it in my notes, because what I'm going to do, I have a special note sort of thing. Gosh, where's my Windows? Here, yes. So, and what I'll do is I'll put your name against that as well. So that's Rylex. And whilst I'm here, there was someone else who asked me. That was Exabyte, I believe. Let's put that in. Yeah, so that's a really interesting thing. I think that for a coding challenge that's going to be like properly difficult over a long period of time. But I tell you what, JS over using a JS client and PHP sockets, or JavaScript sockets, I should say. That's a good idea for a tutorial, isn't it? A tutorial series. So I'll put that down as something that I could potentially do in the future. So again, thank you for that awesome suggestion. I really appreciate these. Okay, so I'm going to log out. And I'm going to go to courses, and I'm going to select one of these, and I'm going to click on Start Learning. And I'm going to click on Free. And we can see that the enrollments just aren't changing at all. So if I was to log in with this user, come on, we should see that the enrollments, if I go to when this loads, we should see the enrollments being populated, which they are. And there's no other courses to enroll, is there? No, that kind of sucks. Right, so I need to populate this enrollments thing, I think. And I think I need to do that at the stage of when I click on course and I click on one of these and I click on start. That needs to... Can I... Let's just... let's log in... No, let's just go to the code. I think I know what's wrong. It's on the front end anyway. Oh, Papa points. What's the best way, in your opinion, to implement Remember Me without saving passwords or plain text on local storage or cookies? Rylex is saying saving JWT as token as a cookie. Rylex, but isn't refresh token supposed to be refreshed? Interesting topic. So a JWT is still public in the sense that it's encrypted, but it's still public. You can still get public access to the contents of the JWT. Like, for instance, if we went to... Interesting question. So if we went to JWT... jwt.io, there should be, here we go. So that's the encoded, that's your JWT example, for instance. And you can take that out, right? So there's nothing here, but when you paste that in, you can see that you can get the stuff. The point is that you shouldn't be putting in any any sensitive information in your JWT payloads. And then of course, if you've got cookies in there too, then you could end up with, people hijacking those or what have you. So you got to be super careful. I personally would prefer, and this is only my opinion, right? This is only my opinion because there's a lot of people use these things in various different ways. But this is my opinion. A JWT should be used as sending information from one resource to the next in a very sort of one-time deal, right? It's a one-time authentication. Once it's done, it's done. So the way I'll tell you what, there was an article I read about this which changed my opinion. It was, let's try and find it, JWT OAuth. And it was, let me think, JWT OAuth, it was the article was explaining the difference between was it orchestration, authentication, augmentation? There we go. Was it that one? No, that's IBM. Not that one. Oh, I really wish I bookmarked this because this was such an eye-opener. Basically, what it was saying was that if you had multi microservices, so you had lots of little servers, you would be authenticating using the JWT across those servers, right, in your sort of private network kind of thing, but sending data across in a sort of an encrypted manner, but as a one-time type deal. For the front end, you would use something like OAuth 2 with bearer tokens. And you would pass across an access token and a refresh token, rather than a JWT. So JWTs go to servers that you trust, but you still need to have a level of authentication. And I would stay away from MD5. I really would. Yeah. MD5 rainbow tables. Let's have a look at that. Rainbow tables. If you don't know about rainbow tables, then yeah. I'm not saying that I'm not. Yeah. So crackstation.net, free password hash checker. So if you put in an MD5 hash in there, it might find it. Let's just say that. So yeah, bcrypt, definitely bcrypt. I'm really annoyed that I can't remember this. So it was an article, and it was from an engineer who was using JWT and bearer tokens together. I'm gonna have to. I'll take this offline and I'll have a look at it. And I'll post it in the Discord server. But actually, hang on a minute. Didn't I push it in the Discord server? Didn't that go in? I thought I put it in our resources channel. Coda resources. Let's have a quick look on that. Yeah, here we go. Interesting article on JWT and OAuth using AW. Can't speak. Interesting article on using JWT and OAuth together. Check this out. I will put it in the. I'll put it in the comments. Yeah, so that's in. If anybody's in the Discord server, that's kind of like. Well, that was 4th of April 2020. I posted that in the Coder Resources channel. And that was when I was trying to get my head around using authentication and authorization for the microservices that I was building for this particular project. So in short, the front end gets the bearer token, the back end, when they're communicating across microservices, it's using JWTs. Sweet. But there's no like standard. There's no like I don't think there is anyway any kind of like rule. What we're doing here is we're using bearer tokens, and we are checking the expiry dates, and we're also checking the validity of the request, because that goes in the header, and then that gets checked on the server end, and then the API client checks the HTTP status code on each API request, and if there's say a 401 access denied, then obviously the request can't go through and the user gets redirected to the login page. Okay, totally lost. Let's get rid of those tabs for a mo. Where am I? Who am I? What am I doing? Courses are not registered against new users. Here we go. Right. So, if we that's the courses list. We don't need that. It's the courses enrollment section, isn't it? So we start off in. Let me just try and work this out in my head. We start from a template, which is course.js, and there is the button somewhere. Start learning, class name linked to. It's up here, isn't it? The course registration button, and we click on there. And what this is doing is it's a React component. This handled an enrollment part binding this. Okay. I don't need to do that. Because it's aware of that already, so that's fine. So we can get rid of that. Okay, so it stops propagation, sets the state. Here we go. So if is logged in and is the browser. So with Gatsby, you have to make sure that there's a browser available. Because it's a static site, so when you build the code, it's going to run the code. So this is checking user actions based on whether you're doing it from the browser or from the build. So redirect to pricing. So it's this thing here. It's not actually saving the enrollment section. So down here, it's then what it's doing here is it's attempting to enroll a course, but this is where we returned. So it's kind of returned without enrolling. Now this is a tricky thing. Because what's happening here is it's passing, that's a boolean that gets returned. So if we open up register user to course, it's going to make the API request. Now the API request is just working on the enrollments. Essentially what we need to do, thinking about it, stepping through it in my head, what we need to do is we need to have a section called selected courses. Oh wait, hang on, it's there. Serious? Have I already half-baked this already? My mind, because I work on so many different projects, it's very difficult to just sort of. I end up having to go through things in my head. So that says Docker for beginners, and let's click on this one. Yes, that's changed to Linux Bash for beginners. Okay, so let's go to this one. This should be PHP command line. Gotcha. And we've got the slug in there too. And with the enrollments, it's a list of selected courses, I believe, if I was to log in. So they should be similar, as in they've got the name and then the CLI stuff. No, seriously, don't worry about it. Don't worry about distractions. That's fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. Yeah, so it's title and slug, whereas the selected course is name and then, so it is slightly different. So I need to do title and not name. Yeah, title and name, but the slug's fine. And then I guess what I need to do is check if that's the same, and if not, push it up. Let's try that. So let's log out. Let's go to, so we don't need this anymore, that can go. We don't need that anymore. It's the selected course thing. How does that? Is selected course, if I did, because I've got a feeling the selected course is when you select the course, not when you click on start learning. Yes, it is, which is what I kind of want. Right, so first of all I need to change that to be title and not name. So components common, no course. It is course card. So is enrolled, has enrolled. That changes that. That's fine. There should be an on-click save course. There we go. So here we go. That needs to change the title. Sweet. So now we save that key value pair to the user in local storage. So let's hit save on that. So let's refresh this page. Let's go to, I don't know, courses, and choose Docker for beginners. That should now be title. Sweet. Okay, good. Uncle Bob's Talks. Yes, I do. Yes, I have. Yeah, the clean coding, solid stuff. Yes. Yeah, I don't own the book, but I've read parts of the book. I should own the book. I should get that. Let me make a note of that. But I've watched a lot of his talks on YouTube. It's the clean coding book. Another one is Martin Fowler. Solid Principles. Cool. And this is books. I'm making my way through. I want to try and get lots of books this year. I want to do more reading of things than writing of things. Okay, so let's put that over there. So, title, that's good. Alright, so the idea now is that when we start learning, and so it's still there, we haven't enrolled, but the idea is, let's say I hit start learning, and I fill this out. When I hit register, I want to enroll in the course that is selected. That's essentially what I want to do here. So, let's step through that a minute. So, course is Course, that's in the template. So when we hit register, course register button, that's going to take over there, and then we want to deal with the registration itself. So this is where it forks off between paid for and free. So we need to handle both cases. Okay, pages register. Okay, that's that crazy captcha that I couldn't get to work. But there is here we are, register form. There we go. So on register, what it's going to do is it's going to say API get user, then response, let plan redirect to account or checkout. If you're on free, it's going to go to here. Response is attribute plan. Redirect to account. So I guess at this stage I want to enroll in the course, because at this stage I've registered and I've logged in. So yeah. And then once that's done, I want to then yeah, that makes sense. So how do I hook into that? Because it would be nice to create a little mechanism. I think that's just in course. We may have to do a bit of refactoring and tidying. Register button, I basically want to hook into this stuff. Register user to course. And then on has enrolled, then redirect to the... in fact, we might just be able to do that. Because what I need is the slug. We might be able to just do that and put that over here. And then in register form, there we go. Here, paste that down there, change that. Put that into... Do I want them to go to the account? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So, okay, I need to get the subscription. So I've got plans coming off of here. That is the user, which we need to get somehow. And then this is the props. And we can get this through... There's going to be a ton of refactoring for this. Essentially, this is very nested. Yeah, I'm just throwing things on the screen here, trying to get things out of my head. Register. So okay, let's spin it to the top. So we register. That registers the user. Then we get the user back, which is response. Then, so that's, yeah, okay, cool. Then we check what plan the user is on. Then we register the user to the course. I might be able to do this in one hit, you know. Yeah, I might be able to do this as one hit, like as in pass in the course during the registration API call. But let's keep it split for now. Okay, so register user to course, passing in the user that I need to get, and then here is this prop slug. So here I need to do let selected course slug is equal to, and then we need to pull that back from get user API, then get user. Yeah, here we go. That gets the user off of the API. Gotcha. Okay. So let's do const user is equal to this get user. Pass that into here and also pass that into there. This props.slug, this needs to be the slug from the property, so we should be able to do user dot selected package dot slug, or is it one? Hang on a minute, how many have I got here? Just the one, isn't it? It's selected. It's not selected package. It's selected course. Selected course. There we go. Dot slug. Dot. We got email password. Hang on. Selected course. Selected course. Selected course is okay. So I need to check whether or not that is a thing. Do I have a helper method for this? Handle login, handle success. Set selected package. Do I have? Yes, I've got get selected package. Okay, but hang on, we're not dealing with packages, Pete. We're dealing with courses. All right, let's just create a helper for that. Let's create a helper for the course. That would be nice. So it's get selected course. We get the user.selected course is undefined. If that is the case, then we return type and blank string and slug blank string. Okay, good. All right, so then it's register form. Here, select course, user.selected course. Well, we don't need that anymore. Get selected course dot type dot slug. There we go. Did I just put in a type instead of a name or title? There we go. That's not right. Oh, I'll have fun with testing this through unit tests, I'm sure, when it comes to it. Yeah, okay, that'll do. So we register the user to the course, then has enrolled, that'll return a boolean, and then we return it to the account. Okay, a lot of messy code there. A ton of it. Essentially, I guess what I could just do is chain these in thens in promises, but let's just see if that does anything. So, okay, we are logged out and we go to courses. First of all, let's just make sure that has rebuilt. It has, good. All right. So I want to select one of these, so I'm going to do Linux Bash for Beginners. And then I'm going to start learning. Then I'm going to log in here, and we're going to register with, it is June, and we'll do O2. My clients can often see how hard I work by the amount of test accounts that I put in their systems every day. You put in lots of test accounts on such and such a date. Yeah. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Register. Oh, invalid email address. June. Oh, there's a space. Register. Yeah, got that. Yeah, got the selected package jobby. Oh dear. Attribute cannot read attributes of undefined. Is enrolled. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Once I get all the functionality working, then what I'm going to do is well, I talk about this actually in tomorrow's podcast, because tomorrow's podcast I'm going through the timeline, the roadmap for this project, and there's one point in the roadmap where all the functionality is completed, and I will just look at it from a UI perspective. Yeah, but you're right, it's a bug. It's a bug. You're 100% correct there. So, and I think what I'll do is if we logged out and then it was join now, and it was click on one of these things, and we did sort of that but with a space. What I'll do is I'll take a photo of that, because really that should be above here and this should be red, and you know, everything sort of in your face saying, look, this is invalid. So I'm just going to drag this screen down, and then I'm going to create a bug and import that in. So can I labels, attachments, here we go, drop files. So give me a second whilst I find that file. Drop that in. There we go. So this is register error messages, register form error messages. Should be highlighted. So something like red text above the label with red border around the text box. They should we should have a red text box above the label with a red border around the that doesn't make sense. We should have red text above the there should be, there we go, on error there should be red text above the label, red above the label with red border around the offending input, just so it's obvious as to what it is. Okay, it's definitely MVP, so minimum viable product, definitely before it goes live. Definitely assigned to myself, and it's definitely UI, it's definitely front end. But in terms of the sprints, it's account. It's accounts. It's account stuff, isn't it? So we'll put that in there. Yeah, cool. Get selected course is returning package on the last line. You forgot to change that line. Oh, okay. Am I? Get selected package. Select package. Not package. Sorry. Selected course. Beg your pardon. Click on this. That's getting selected course. And How did I not see that? Okay, thank you. Oh, wonderful. Good. Right. So, right. Okay, so I'm logged out. Let's do it all again. So let's go to courses here. Click on one of these. Start learning. Let's make sure that I just want to have a noodle on the... yeah, good. Okay, let's start learning here. And let's put in June 03. Come on. Come on. All right. Come on. Come on, you know you want to. You know, yes. Winner. Oh, good. I'm so happy with that. That's chuffed. I'm chuffed. That's good. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. And let's just verify that if I go over to there, we can actually get to the course. Sweet. Thank you for finding that bug. I appreciate that. You've been trying to tell me that for the past few messages. Oh, was the bug that I put into Jira about the display of the error message? When you said it was a bug, you meant this bug. Gotcha. All right. Cool. So like I said, there's another part to this. So this is on a free user, but when you're not a free user, you have to go through checkout, which means that we have to wait for checkout to process. You go to a thank you page, and it's at that thank you page I need to deal with the enrollment, because obviously you can't enroll unless that's been processed. So, and also for belt and braces, I really should check whether or not there is a slug here, and also off stream what I'll do is I'll handle all the errors and do all the error reporting and stuff. There is a task in Jira for me to go through all the potential errors, and we'll do that. Fair enough. 2 birds, 1 stone. Okay, all right. So we essentially need to copy this, and we need to put it into the thank you section, which is this here. Yeah, we're doing yes. I should also remove the. I'll do that later. That's no problem. Because essentially this is what we need to do. All right. So, and then we do user, obviously. So const user equals get user, passing in the user there, and then we get the properties from get selected. There we go. My mind went blank then. Get selected course.slug is the slug. Yes, selected. All right. Woohoo! We're not going to redirect. No, we're not going to redirect. But we still need to handle whether or not that is failed. I will leave a note. Ensure that the user has ensure that the enrollment. I can never spell enroll. There, enroll. It's worked. Okay, and I'll put that as a to-do. That to-do. Can I do that in JavaScript? Yeah, okay, I can. Cool. So that needs to go. There. Yeah, I'm. This whole page needs a lot of work. A lot of work. Yeah, but we'll go through it. So I think the first test I should do is one without anything on it, and then I'll make a test. So if we log out here, and let's say we want to go to courses and get that course, start learning, go to monthly package, pass in June 0404. .net. Put in that password and hit register. So this is now going to take us down a different avenue. Because it knows that the plan that you've registered to is monthly and not free, and therefore you need to put in your payment details. So if we put in the dummy Stripe card and then submit that, it should now. So the stream. Okay, cool. Just reading your question. So how long will the stream end? I'm going to fix this bug and then I'm going to go to bed. So I'll fix this issue and then so probably 10 minutes, hopefully. 10-20 minutes. You're dealing with a Flutter app. Nice. Yes. So in fact, the backend uses the Faker package to generate test accounts. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do that again, but of course I'm testing the registration flow. So and once I'm trying, and in the last say few weeks I've changed the flow. So it hasn't been an easy thing to write a test for because I'm still trying to decide as to how these things go. The idea is once this is done, I'm then going to write an end-to-end test, which will become automated. So yeah, that is my intention. So let's hit save on this and then go back to, let's log out on there. What I'll do is I'll remind everyone again quickly that there is the AWS S3 command line course. I've got a couple of free things that I can send out. So do let me know on Twitch or on Twitter. Sorry, I'm losing my throat now. So yes, I've got a free discount code to get this course for free. Just let me know if you want it. One rule is to follow me here on Twitch, and then let me know on Twitter at HowToCodeWell, and let me know your Twitch username, and I'll send you over the link. Hydrate, yeah. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Mr. DB. That's great. Yeah, hydrate. Okay, so we'll work through this, and if this works, start learning. I will call it a night, I think. All right, so, oops. June 04 5 at howtocodewell.net. Whoops. Register. Okay, so we put in the card details now. Our secret card details. Oh, hang on, that's wrong. Yeah, that's not right. Let's get rid of that. And that, and that. So it's 4242424242. There we go. Now submit. Now the plan is that once we hit thank you and we go back to the My Account section, we have registered and we've enrolled in that course, and we'll have that in the list. So if we go to here, fingers crossed, it's there. Wonderful. Yay! Brilliant. Sweet. So I will put that in to there. So all the bugs are done. We've got one thing to do: list enrolled courses in the courses page. The idea here is that this list needs to be here, and I'm going to do this tomorrow evening after work, and then that will be it. We've completed that sprint, which is awesome. Obviously, there needs to be failing cases. There needs to be tests. There needs to be catching of errors, but in terms of the first pass of this, I'm happy. I'm happy. There's obviously, we obviously need to test to break it and everything. But yeah, I just want to get like the first pass of the functionality done. Good. Woohoo! So I'm gonna shoot off to sleep now, but yeah, thank you ever so much everybody for joining. The podcast is going out tomorrow at some point during the day. It really depends on how things go. It's probably, I was hoping to do it in the morning, like before work, but I doubt I'm going to be able to do that, so it's probably going to be in the evening of tomorrow, but I'll let everybody know on Discord, of course, and on Twitter. The podcast link, exabyte, is podcast. There we go. HowToCodeWell.fm. It's the FM of our How to Code Wellness. So there's a bunch of interviews. I've interviewed quite a lot of people on the podcast about their experiences with web development, how they got involved in coding and stuff. Some really interesting conversations I've had there. But yeah, if anybody hasn't had an opportunity yet to get hold of the AWS S3 command line course, I'm giving it away for free. And all you need to do is follow me on Twitch and send me a message on Twitter. So just hook me up on Twitter. At HowToCodeWell is my username on Twitter. Send me a direct message. My DMs are open, and I will send you the link to get it for free. At the moment, well, there's 4 tutorials that are available on YouTube, and the rest of them you have to go through this course. But it'll teach you how to use AWS S3, the buckets, via the command line. But yeah, I'm happy with the progress today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Happy coding, everybody. I'll see you again on Sunday. Take care. Cheers. Bye bye.